Jackie boy, these dragons are fantastic. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. We always like a good casting report here, and Tommy Flanagan has been casted for season 3 Game of Thrones House of the Dragon. Oh yeah! And I tell you what, this definitely gets my interest up for a season 3, despite the fact that we're probably going to have to wait like another 18 months for it. This is good, alright, because House of the Dragon, in my opinion, has been a bit lackluster. I thought in parts that were really good, and for someone that's not finished all of Game of Thrones and only watched the first 3 seasons, you could argue, hell, that's actually a better comparison. You know, you've only watched 3 seasons of Game of Thrones to compare it to 2 seasons of House of the Dragon. Comparatively, it was 8-2. But anyway, enough of me boring you. I think House of the Dragon has definitely dropped the ball. It's very dragged out, and for a show that has literally taken like 2 years in between seasons, it's not good enough. It ain't. You know, you get one good episode, then you get 5 filler, and to me, that is a format that's always going to land egg on the face for the viewer. So, in terms of Tommy Flanagan, right, we all know the guy. You know, he was recently in Sleeping Dogs. Before that, he was in Power Book 4 Force, Sons of Anarchy, Mayans, Alien vs Predator, Braveheart. What else was he in? He was in something else. He's been in plenty, right? We love Tommy Flanagan. So yeah, he's joining House of the Dragon season 3 as Sir Roderick Dustin. Right, obviously he's getting close to what, 60. He might be 60. I'm not 100% sure. I hope we actually get to see him, right, as a good fucking character and not like one of these Sir Dustin, you know, who just sits at the table all frail while he mushes his fucking oats together and offers shitey counsel. No, I want to see a guy that, yeah, he's a wee bit old, but you know, like Sir Barrister Selmy, right? Yeah, he was a wee bit old, but he was fucking brilliant with a sword, wasn't he? So I would like to see Tommy Flanagan actually in a good role like that. Now here, if he simply is just in a talking role or advisory role, it would still be better than nothing, to be honest, because going into season 3, I mean, well, what is there to really look forward for in this show? I'll be brutally honest, maybe I've got a memory like a sieve, or maybe the show's just shite. I cannot even remember one thing from the House of Dragons season 2 finale, the more that I think of. Um, Honestly, I actually can't remember now. There've been a lot of TV shows and seasons, etc., watched from then. But why is it that I can't remember? You know what I mean? Game of Thrones season 3, I can remember Robb Stark and Catelyn Stark dying, and then the finale being a bit weak, but ending with Daenerys, right? And we watched that donkeys ago as well. You know, during the same time as House of the Dragon season 3 came out, we were watching like other season, like Dexter season 3. I can remember loads of stuff in that. Even fucking shitey shows like Fear the Walking Dead, I can remember a bit more in. Honestly, the show just doesn't do enough to grab your attention, but this thankfully does grab my attention. Yeah, he was in Gladiator. That was the other movie I forgot. So he's joined the cast of HBO's fantasy drama House of the Dragon for Series 3 in a key role. As production began today in the United Kingdom, HBO confirms that Dan Fogler has joined the cast as Sir Torrin Mandalay. No idea who that is, but if you're a sad loser that read the books, you could maybe fill me in. Based on Martin's Fire and Blood and set 200 years for the events of Game of Thrones, House of Dragon tells the story of House Targaryen. Flanagan will star as Sir Roderick Dustin, a battle-hardened warlord of the North, who leads a large contingent of veteran soldiers known as the Winter Wolves into battle at the Dance of the Dragons to support Rhaenyra Targaryen's claim. And I tell you what, right? That's good. A battle-hardened warlord of the North who leads a large contingent of veteran soldiers known as the Winter Wolves. Well, that sounds half intriguing, doesn't it? You know, big Tommy Flanagan leading a bunch of fucking war veterans into battle. That's better than fucking whatever else we've had in this show. Just seems to be a lot of incestuous stuff going on. Flanagan joins the previously announced new cast member James Norton, who will portray Ormond Hightower in the new season. In Martin's books, Dustin and Hightower eventually face off on opposing sides of the battle. Dustin is also known as Roddy the Ruin. So, again, that's the problem though. Like, if it follows the source material like that much, it's like they don't really leave all that much for surprises. So I mean, yeah, people, you might be a bit more up to date and glued up on facts and things if you read the books, but at the same time, if you read the books and you're fucking spoiling half the shit that's going to happen, and it's the same with the Walking Dead. It's like I would rather just go into one of these TV shows with a clean slate, and thankfully that's what I've done with Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon because I haven't read any of the books whatsoever, but obviously reading these articles it tells you a wee bit. Oh, Hightar and Sir Roderick Dustin, Dustin what? Are going to go to battle at some stage. But Tommy Flanagan, always like to see him on the television screen. This is a good addition, and hopefully he can last a good few seasons. I think they said it's going a minimum of 4. Hopefully he can make it to 4. But until then, peace.